Hello everyone and welcome back to XRS season race number 7 at Nürburgring. Obviously a little different this time around. Unfortunately, Fan could not make it out tonight, so I will be alone in the booth for tonight. As we get into qualifying for this week's race, last week winner Vanquish is in the group, or in the race tonight. So he'll be looking to go for 2 in a row tonight. Relatively large field for tonight. Obviously the first time XRS has been here. It's a tune your own race tonight. So every driver was told that you have to have all stock parts on your car and you can tune it however you would like. So we'll see multiple tunes here tonight. Some tunes have been borrowed by other drivers, just for those that don't know how to tune or those that couldn't bother to tune. So it should make for a fairly equal race tonight because all the tunes should be around what everyone's preferred car is, whether that be a tighter car or a looser car. And in qualifying for the race, fastest in practice was Vanquish at a 1:57.3. While we're going through qualifying, let's go through the rules for any road courses. Obviously, you're allowed to go as wide as you want. Runoffs are allowed, but no corner cutting. Corner cutting is deemed when you have over 2 tires go into the grass or over the curb. Probably for looking out for tonight that we're fast in practice, that being MVP, Vanquish, Tyson, and Cart were all relatively fast and carried a lot of momentum through practice. Those are the cars that we're going to be looking at tonight coming into this race. Vanquish so far with the fastest time of 2:0.013. Vanquish looking to be fastest in practice and looking forward for tonight's race. Obviously that was only their first lap though, so still 2 more laps to go for qualifying. More than enough time for somebody to dethrone Vanquish. Last week we saw one of the bigger streaks of the season get broke, and that was Hawk with his top 3s for all but last race, which was 5 out of the first 6 races. Obviously that was broken last week. Unfortunately he's not here tonight. He was unable to attend tonight's race, but there's still a fair bit of cars here tonight. You see just at 16 cars for tonight. Potential of a few more on the way. You can see Tyson currently holds 2nd position. Vulture holds 3rd, and Vanquish in 1st. So 3 of the 4 that we thought were going to be fast tonight so far are proving it in practice. Or sorry, qualifying. Right along with Vanquish now, who currently holds pole position as he comes to start his 3rd lap. Oh, Vanquish is around. I think he said he is done with it for now. So right along with Tyson now. Currently holds that 2nd spot. Vanquish now holds fastest lap, 1:57.881. That is the 2nd fastest lap all night in both practice and qualifying. Currently 4 rookies in the field. obviously we're not in the Nürburgring, but we're in the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. 3.2 mile long track with 16 corners. Difference of just over 2 seconds between first and second. That's Vanquish and Tyson. Tyson has been known to do very well on road courses such as these. And he is done. Right along a little farther back, or right along with car racers currently hold 8th place. Around behind him, it's SSL. SSR number 84. Back on along with Kart Racer now. Still holds 8th position. Does have 2 laps to try and get that position up. That's more than enough time. We've seen drivers do it before. On the left there, you'll see the layout of this track, that 16 corner, 3.2 mile track. Will lead to a lot of drivers having to do some endurance here. Obviously a very technical track with some long straights. Of course, obviously you have that front stretch that leads into turn number 1. That will be your fastest part of the track. Of course, next to the backstretch there, you can see it. Like we said, the tune for tonight is a stock car and self-tuning. So we'll see a bunch of different cars with a bunch of different handlings. Obviously, drivers like their cars loose, some drivers like their cars tight, some with a little bit of both. So everyone should be on the same ground here tonight with how their car set up exactly how they want it for themselves. Qualifying ends, we'll check through your top 5. For tonight's race. Once everyone crosses the line, of course. Right, as qualifying ends, we'll be checking the top 5 from qualifying, top 5 heading into your race. So, Vanquish will take the pole position with a 157.881. So he'll go for both fastest in practice and fastest in pole position. Right behind him is Tyson in second place with a MVP in second place with a 159.086. Then after him is Tyson with a 159.337. Behind those two, we then go to Culture with a 201.762. And just behind him, we'll find Reno in 5th to round out the top 5. So to recap, top 5 were Vanquish with his pole time of 157.881, then Vanquish in second place, followed by Tyson in third, Culture in 4th, and Reno in 5th to round out your top 5 going into tonight's race. As we get ready to go for tonight's race, obviously a 50-lap race for tonight. Like we said, 50-lap race for tonight, which means 160 miles of racing for tonight's race. With about the 1 minute 20 average being the average lap time. We're looking at about a 60-minute race in total. Obviously, that's without cautions, which we will most likely have at least a couple cautions. Usually road courses, we don't have nearly as many cautions as we do the ovals, because obviously there's not nearly as much pack racing as we see on the ovals. While we're waiting for the race to start and all the drivers to be ready, let's go through some facts about Nürburgring. Obviously, location of Nürburgring is Germany, Nürburgring. The entire track itself opened in 1927, with this configuration opening in 1984. Notable series that have raced here are such as IMSA, GT, F1, and Grand Touring cars. So obviously a lot of history to this track, and XRS looks to add some more to it. While drivers getting ready, we will take a slight break just until Obviously, all the cars are already on track. Until then, stick around. There will be more time and more racing to come up. So make sure you stick around and get ready to watch the racing in the XRS series at Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. As the cars get ready to go back on track for the official race, we will go through your field. Like we said previously, a 50-lap race scheduled for tonight. Obviously with 51, that being the pace lap off the start. So, in first place, we find Vanquish, who took pole for tonight. Number 15 Machine Chew is outside. We find MVP. This is a rivalry between the two that we've been seeing throughout the season. Obviously, MVP in the number 54. Row number 2, we find Tython in the number 11 car. Yet again, one of the top 4 that we thought would be doing very well coming into this race. And he looks to be proving us right. In 5th place, we find Culture, another car that we thought would be doing very well tonight. He's rolling in the number 1 car for tonight. Row number 3, we find Jay Reno. in 6th place in the number 57. To his outside, we find Panda in 7th place in the number 15. In row number 4, we find D-Dog in 8th place in the number 71 machine. To his outside, Smokey Unit in the number 3 car, rocking his Innovations car. Behind them, in 10th place is Cart in row number 5 and rocking the number 21 car. To his outside in 11th is FM in the number 20. Behind them in row number 6 is Meddling, a rookie for tonight's race, rocking the number 43. To his outside, we have Edwards, number 22. They did just change manufacturers, so obviously no scheme for him tonight. Row number 7 is Oracle, and the number 10. In 15th place, to his outside, is the number 46 car. And finally, to field, row number 8 is Cam in the 81 car. So we will give the signal that everything is all good as the cars roll off. Obviously a pace car for tonight. Little different to what we are used to, but obviously pace car driven tonight by SSR. Cars will start to get rolling. Obviously, we will be going a little faster tonight because it is a fairly long track, and we do want to get this race going as soon as possible for viewers' pleasure, of course. Obviously, like I said earlier, unfortunately, Fan could not join me in the booth tonight. So it will only be me in the booth tonight, unfortunately, but he should be back next week. But I do think there has just been a swap. I'm pretty sure, now don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure Vanquish has gone to the back of the field on his own accord. No penalties, no nothing for him. Everything was perfectly legal. He has done this on his own accord. I could be wrong, but I'm about 90% sure that he has gone to the back of the pack on his own accord, making it a little bit of a challenge for himself. Obviously, he won last week in a very dominating fashion, lapping the entire field. So now he's going to try and give himself a challenge. Over halfway to the green flag off this pace lap. You can see this now. Obviously, with Vanquish going to the back, this gives Tython a row on the front row. He'll now move into second place. MVP now will have first place. One more corner to go before the green flag is shown. Pace car will head into pit lane, giving MVP the handling of the field. Coming out of the final corner for the pace. Obviously, it is a long straight. Time now, green flag in the air at Nürburgring. Car's going to turn number 1. Let's see if anyone misses it. Meddling locks up 3-4 wide, coming to turns number 1 and 2. will go back there right along with Edwards in 8th place. Oh, contact to Edwards. He's around, but he does save it thanks to the help of Cam. Just realized what he's meaning the entire time. That's my fault. Vanquish will now make a move on the inside of D-Dog. That's for 6th place. He's already made his way up through the majority of this field. He's up to about the first quarter of the field now. Looking to challenge Culture now. They'll send it in on the inside. Yes, he will. Vanquish will move up into 4th place. Well, a little farther back in the pack with Oracle, who's currently running in 9th place. Trying to trail Smokey right now. Lap 2 of this race. So far, fairly big movements throughout the field. MVP with the fastest lap so far, 2:08.808. Also, that's your leader, so he has the cleanest error of the field. Him with a big lockup, he'll go wide, but he doesn't go off track. Oh, Kart Racer really wide into the gravel trap. He'll lose a ton of spots. He'll fall all the way back to 12th place, with 13th and 14th gaining rapidly. Along with Coulter, who's currently in 5th position. Nail that top 5. Hey. Vanquish currently in third place, trying to track down Tyson. That's the gap between the top three right now. Vanquish goes off-roading just a little bit. He'll lose a little bit of time, but not much. Right along with Smokey currently in 8th place. Right behind Oracle right now. Trying to track down Oracle for that spot. Going into the chicanes. Smokey with the layer braking. They'll gain a lot of time out of it. Behind them is 9th place Panda. These two start fighting for too long, and it may be able to capitalize. In turn number 1 they go. Smokey will look to the inside, he'll give the bumper to Oracle, but Oracle will get loose, but Smokey will give him the position back. Panda now looks to the inside of Smokey. Tap from Panda to Oracle. And will run wide, he'll get loose for Smokey to check up. Now Smokey will look to the inside. And we'll send it through the corner. And he'll clear Smokey once again. Through Panda did go a little wide. This gives Smokey the opportunity on the braking zone here. Make a move, and he'll do just that. Look to the inside, contact. Panda go through, Smokey will brake, not wanting to pass him like that either. Now, because of this fighting, 10th and 11th place, that's Cam and Cart have caught up. So now it's a 4-way battle for 8th. Smokey takes it wide, this opens up the door for Cam, but Smokey will get the runoff taking it wide. Cam right on the bumper. Cam with the lead coming into the corner, but oh, Cart sends it in. Everyone really sends it in there. Smokey looking to the outside of Cam. Won't be able to find anything, so he'll fall back in line. Oh, very loose, but does keep going. Into turn 1, Cart looking to set it on the inside of Smokey. He'll do just that, but Smokey will try and make the crossover. Can't quite get it complete, but he does get side by side with Cart. Cart will retake the position, but then get loose. This opens up the door for Smokey. Cart goes wide. Smokey looking on the inside now. Up ahead, battle for that's, I believe, 7th place. Yes, it is. Between Panda and Oracle side by side as they come down. Panda looks to the inside, a little bit of contact. Oracle with the inside. They'll be inside for the next corner. Will he send it in, or will he just play it safe? He will send it. He does block, but this opens up the door for Cam. Contact between Cam and Oracle. Oracle does go around. I don't believe there will be any damage to the release, so no yellow will be able to come out from that. Forcing it for Oracle, but yet again, still a lot of time in this race, only on lap 6. Out of 51. We'll go back up with Kart Racer. Capitalizes and takes in 8th position from that. Actually, we'll ride along with Smokey, who's in 9th currently, but battling for it with Cam. Coming into the chicane, they go. Cam tried to get a good exit, unfortunately couldn't get the car to grip up. Does lose a little bit of time. Monkey will go wide. This opens up the door for Cam. Circling on the inside. And he closed the room fast enough, though, as a bless shift. Heading turns number 1. Side by side up ahead. Cam makes the great move. He'll make it stick. He'll take the nice place off. A great move coming to turns number 1. Up ahead, kart racer trying to charge Panda for 7th place. Oh, kart gets loose off the corner and can't quite keep going. Kart's still looking to track down Panda. Well, this happens. Let's go up to 2nd place Vanquish, who's passed Typhon. He's looking to pass MVP. Typhon's still looking to get back at him, though. He's still there. Remember, Vanquish was last week's winner, so he's looking to go 2 in a row. Only one other driver has done that, and that's the driver right in front of him. MVP in 1st place. Vanquish with the better move through the chicane. He'll get a better exit off them. But MVP looks to be extending his lead ever so slightly. As they come into turns number 1 and 2, the leaders go. We'll see who gets the better exit off turn 1. Does look like Vanquish got the better exit off turn 1. Vanquish very loose. But looks like MVP's gonna reel back out. We'll go back with D-Dog in 6th place. Currently running his race. Closest car to him is just up ahead in 5th. Fairly far away. But still more than enough time to catch that car in front of him. Only on lap number 8 of 51. Really 7 of 50, because obviously there's a pace lap that adds 1 lap, and there's 1 lap to go. We're right along with Kart Racer in 8th place. Making a move on Panda for 7th right now. He gets a little loose. Doesn't quite get the gripping off, and he'll still complete the pass. Panda looks to the inside here. He'll try to, but Kart will block it. He didn't make the move soon enough. Panda uses his bumper ever so slightly, not really too much. Kart's messed up here twice now, and he looks to make it clean through this time. Panda does gain. He'll now look outside, or sorry, inside. Yes. Kart will clear Panda once again. You can see Cam getting back into the picture now. He's in 9th place. He's going to be looking for these two to continue to fight to give him another shot at 7th. Going through the chicanes. All make about an equal time through there. Nobody really gains anything. Nobody really loses anything through there. Already almost a 5th of the way through this race. Extends his pace over Panda. Now Cam comes into the mix. He's going to battle Panda. A little bit of contact, not too much though. As it comes from turn number 1. Going through turn number 2, they're still side by side. No driver can get far enough away. Panda does pass. Cam will try to use his bumper just a little bit. Panda will clear him, at least for the time being. Cam's still looking to fight back though. One car has target for the night, that's Medaling. He'll finish 16th overall. Cam with the better corner there. Cam no choice but to look to the outside. Can't quite make anything work through there. Cam now makes a move on the outside. And Panda, he'll now take over 8th place. Panda will again try and track him down. He'll try and retake that position. He'll send it in on the inside. He'll make it work. Panda try and crossover. Can't quite make it work. He'll get the better drive into this long straight. It will be Cam. Cam will get a way better drive. And almost squeezes him. He has to get out of it. He will lose time for that. Going into the chicane. See if he can get the better drive. Ooh, that was close for Cam on the corner cutting. Yeah, again with the better drive, it seems to be that Cam gets a lot better drive on these long straights. That's what I said. These two will come up and play a factor. Coming to turn 1. He'll send it. He'll block Panda all the way through and pass him back for 8th place. We'll move back to Vanquish in 2nd place. You can see that gap has basically stayed the same between 1st and 2nd. As we might have another leg at it. We will, unfortunate, FM as parked the car either due to a lag up or otherwise. I have no clue. Behind them, Tyson has still stayed relatively the same like he was before, so these top 3 really are keeping each other's pace relatively well. Obviously, only 13 cars left with SSR being the pace car for tonight. We'll go back with Culture in 5th place. He's looking to catch the Reno and take that 4th position back from him. Going to the chicanes they go. Let's see if anyone can get a better drive off them. Looked like nobody got a better drive, but besides maybe Reno just a little bit. We'll go back with Kart Racer in 7th. He's also going through the chicanes. You can see Cam just behind him, and behind him is Panda. So field is starting to get a little spread out, but not as quick as we thought it would. Past races, we've seen the field get spread out in just over 3 or 4 laps. We hit 1/5 through this race now. It seems like most of the battling has at the back half of the field. Oracle is trying to fight back after some contact with Cam early in the race, about lap number 5, if I remember correctly. Did have some contact with Cam, did essentially go around, and he's trying to bounce back from it. Hasn't had any luck so far with that, but he's currently trying to battle Edwards to gain into the top 10. Move along with 8th place Cam, who's trying to stay away from Panda. Oh, but he runs wide! Very wide. Almost goes on the gravel. He's lucky he only raised the gravel, but he's still losing some time. But as I was saying, trying to stay away from Panda as he makes another mistake. I just gotta stop talking about Panda. It seems to be Panda is Cam's weak or kryptonite word. Well, he was trying to stay away from Panda, unfortunately made 2 mistakes. And Panda is now right on his bumper. As they head into the long straight at the back of the track. into the chicane. We'll see if Panda will make a move. He's too far away to make one, unfortunately. I do think Cam has the straight line speed. Oh, Panda with a great exit. I couldn't quite tell if he did cut the track a little bit or not. He did have a very good chicane nonetheless. I believe we have another one go. That is Deadpool, who I believe has parked it as well. So 3 parks tonight, for I'm sure a variety of reasons. Side by side for sure, number 1 goes Panda and Cam. I tried to combine both their names for a quick second there by accident. A lot of contact through there. Eating and banging through turn number 2. Coming to turn number 3. Panda will try the crossover move. And only get them side by side, but we'll have the rear line contact between the two of them. This will send Panda wide. Panda will still take the spot. And again, you can go as wide as you want. Any runoffs are allowed, but you just cannot put more than 2 wheels under the corner. By under, it means over the rumble strip in most parts of this track, or over the white line, which you see right now. Field has been fairly spread out, but I do think there is a 3-way battle for first, which there is. Vanquish currently has moved up from first all the way from last, which he chose to do at the beginning of this race. Tyson has moved up to second, and MVP has fallen back to third. MVP with a huge dive. Can't quite make that work. It's been a little too hard, so he'll lose time. Would have been a great move if he had made it stick. Attempting in just that little too hard. And you're trying to get under Tyson, just can't quite find that. Right along with Tyson, who is in second, as we do have a battle for the lead starting, but Vanquish looks to be pulling away to MVP and Tyson fighting for second. The top 3 all in very close proximity. Last week's winner, Vanquish, is among them, and the 2-time winner of this season, and the only multi-winner of the season so far, MVP, is among them. Tyson still looking for his first win of the season. Sorry, both multi-winners, because Vanquish is also a 2-time winner, but MVP is the only one to do it 2 times in a row, is what I meant to say. MVP with a move on the outside, he'll pass Tyson for second place. The top 3 are as they started this race, that being Vanquish on pole, MVP in second, and Tyson in third. He has a fairly big lead on these top 2. They were the rest of the top 3, as they were fighting for that second spot fairly hard. Oh, and it does appear caution is out on the track. We'll have to try and find and see who goes into pits to figure out what the caution is for. Trying to see who's slow. Figure out who it is. I do believe it is Panda. He has fallen off a fair bit, along with Cam. Yes, I'm going to go out and say that it is Panda and Cam that were involved in the wreck. That brought out in first caution of the night on lap number 14. Second through 13. We'll go back up with the main of the pack. Obviously led by Vanquish, who is in first place. Star is obviously out. Because we will lead them around. Obviously the drivers having a little bit of fun. According to that fun, he has now taken damage, which means he will most likely have to pit. Off that fun. Because of that, I do think Vanquish might lose some spots as well. Obviously for not keeping up to pace speed or safely pacing under caution. Either way, he will have to come in and pit now. But as the cars come by this time, everyone is allowed to pit. The lane is open and everyone will be coming in. If anyone comes out better off than they came in the pits. Tyson was second at the time. Tyson will lose a lot of positions. Best lap so far, Vanquish with 157.537. Consistent so far. Vanquish should also gain some spots through that. Bring out in 5th place. Sorry about that, just a little change before we hit green. We're back, obviously. MVP with the lead after the first caution and pit cycle on lap number 14 and 15. Yairino will also move up in the second after the pit cycle. As for Vanquish, he falls back to 5th place. He'll be looking to take those spots early on, though, like we've seen him do off the green flag and off the start of this race. Just 3 corners to go before the second green flag is flown. Cars coming to the chicane. Obviously, MVP will have control of the field right about do think we are. I do think we did have some stranglers. No MVP. I think we may have control of the field. Our pace car might have missed his spot. Yes, he does. Green flag back out. On lap number 16. Cars come down in turn number 1. A little bit of contact to the back bumper of D-Dog off cart. A little bit of contact in the back of the pack. But everyone keeps it straight as they come to turn number 1 and 2. Along with cart in 5th place. He's in the right thick middle of it. Wide for a second there, coming to turn number 3. Sorry, turn number 2. Car is going wide. Off turn number 3. They head in. A little bit of contact from Cam to Vanquish. Vanquish has fallen back a couple positions. More contact from Cam. Pin is almost around. Contact. Oracle is almost around. Still more contact. 3 wide for 9th. Back there with them. 3 wide into the chicane, or not the chicane, sorry, into the next corner. Cam and Vanquish, a lot of contact between these cars. More contact. Got along with Cam in 7th. Vanquish will pass him for 7th now, so Cam will fall back to 8th now. Vanquish did not get that restart he wanted. He fell back all the way down to, I think, 9th at the lowest. Early 66 after he passed his kart racer on the inside. And the chicane will see if kart racer will try and make a move. No, he won't. We'll let him go. Up ahead, a battle. Oh, contact from Cam to kart off the chicanes. Cam with the better chicanes than kart racer would have. Behind them, a 4-car battle for 9th. And up here, it's a 2-car battle for 7th as of right now, but not to say that those cars behind you couldn't catch up off the battling. Side by side as they enter turns number 1. Never mind. Kart will take it. Walk all the way through. Edwards will go wide behind them in 9th or 10th place, I believe. Cam got into the back of the cart. Now move him up. This also gives cart the inside, but that's not the preferred line through there actually. The outside line is the preferred line for turn number 3. Move up a bit farther right along with D-Dog, who's in 4th, and he's battling for his life point over Culture and Vanquish. Trying to hold him off 2 wide for 5th place. Vanquish will capitalize. He'll try and make the double move, can't quite make it. This gives Culture an opening, a little bit of contact between the two. Now Vanquish on the inside, or sorry, the outside of D-Dog. He'll make the move, he'll get the move done. Vanquish around the outside of D-Dog, but D-Dog looking to get back on the inside. Cuts it in a little too deep, he'll lose time, and now give Vanquish 4th place. 1st place is already into the chicane, so a lot more space here between the top 6 through this stint rather than the last. Here's sort of your pack. Oh, Hart did not get the chicane he wanted. This opens up the door for Cam to take 7th place. Cam will be on the inside. He'll block Cart all the way through the last corner. And number 16, sorry, 15. As I come into contact between the two in turns number 1. Are willing to make the crossover. Can't quite complete that though. They'll look to make it here instead. Also can't quite complete it either. He'll now look to the inside of Cam. A little bit of contact, not much though. Here he is. Kurt will now zoom in on the inside, and he'll clear him. Kurt will move up into 7th and retain his lead, but Cam will fight back on the inside. Oh, contact. Can Kurt save it? He does. Oh, and Oracle goes wide trying to avoid Kurt. More contact behind him. Oracle gets tapped again. I believe it was Edwards. It was definitely a black car. Yes, it was. Oracle was making a lot of progress after his first mistake, and all that progress is lost up ahead. Cam goes wide. He'll lose time. He'll lose time. This gives Carter a semi-comfortable lead for 7th. Really, 7th through 11th, maybe even 12th, are all close enough where one guy makes a mistake, they're all very capitalized. Let's go up with 3rd place now, who's Vanquish. He has passed Fredo, and he's looking to pass Tyson now. Still a fairly big gap between him and Tyson, but there's more than enough time to make this happen. We hit lap number 18 of the race, 19 of the entire session. Vanquish has really caught up this lap. He's probably closed the gap by about half of the at the start of this lap. And he's closing it ever so rapidly too. Tyson did get the better launch off the corner. So extend the gap to about a 90-foot gap. Vanquish sends it in though. Now he's looking inside right at that bumper. Tyson's still trying to hold him off for as long as he can. Now right on the bumper is Vanquish. He's looking to try and get a couple better corners will make the difference. We'll see if he sends it in on the chicane here. I think he might be just a little too far to send it, but maybe gain a little bit of ground if he sends it in close enough. Yep, he does gain some ground. He needs a good chicane exit, though. He gets it. And now the battle's on for 2nd place. Vanquish will look to the inside. I think he'll send it in this corner. He will. Can he make it stick? He will. Enticing to the crossover. Not quite. Vanquish will move into 2nd, at least for the time being. For the most part. We'll go back with 6th place, though, that being Culture. He's trying to catch D-Dog, who's just ahead of him. Moving farther back with 7th place Cam. You can see the battle behind them as Razors will actually go follow that right along with Kart Racer 9th, who's right in between these two. Edwards right on his bumper. Edwards trying to send it in on the inside, couldn't quite get there in time. This gives Canada some room to escape just a little bit from these two. Through 10th. Pretty much equal space in between these 3 cars. Oh, and Edwards runs wide. He'll lose a lot of time for that, but now it should become a 2-car. car race for 8th place, at least for the time being. We do reach. Oh, never mind. There's battle for 8th. Oh, contact between Car Racer and Panda. Open up the door for Edwards. Panda trying to block. Probably look to send it in on the inside here. So will Edwards. Bumper to the back of Panda. This opens up the door for Edwards. Edwards takes out Panda. This opens up the door now for Card. Still beating Bang for turn number 2 is decent. 8th through 10th. Oh, and Panda, I don't know. It didn't look like Panda was going to make that corner. But, potential frustrations on track. It could have been just a misbraking zone. It very well could have been, so we can't say anything for sure. Along with Edwards back in 10th, obviously did just lose 2 positions, but now this opens up the door for Oracle to rebound. He'll look on the inside of Edwards, and use the run on the outside. A little bit of bumper to the back of Edwards from Oracle. That causes Oracle to go wide to avoid him. Now we'll see what Edwards does here. Depending on what happens here, we'll confirm what went on earlier this lap. Depending on how these two race each other. Or if it was just a mistake. That's what we'll find out in the next couple of corners. Oh, Edwards goes wide. He does get loose off the last corner, though. Battle of MVP, who's about to be challenged by Vanquish for first place. As we're about to reach the halfway mark. We've reached over the 2-quarter mark, or over the 2/5 mark. Go back with Culture in 6th place. He's just trailing D-Dog. He's just trying to get to D-Dog's bumper. Pretty good through that corner there. He's getting a lot of time. Oh, D-Dog gets loose. He goes for the gravel. This will open up the door for Culture now. Culture will sneak in on the inside. Sorry, the outside. Now D-Dog will look to the inside of Culture. Still right on his bumper. He didn't lose a lot of time. Culture gets loose. Just opens up the door for D-Dog, but he'll try and take it on the outside. Oh, contact between the two. They keep it on track. D-Dog has the lead. Culture sending into the chicanes. Oh, Culture will give up the position to D-Dog for the time being. So D-Dog will hold his 5th place. He's top 5. He'll ride along with Edwards in 10th. 4 drivers have sort of spread out fairly equally now. We're just 2 laps shy of being halfway through the race. Purple Red up ahead with Cam in 7th. And he's all by himself, just running out the laps, kicking them down, slowly but surely. Look on the map, and we'll see about where everyone is, according to him. It's about equal distance from people in front and behind. Maybe not, maybe people behind are just slightly closer. But still, just running out these laps, trying to set some clean laps and just hope for a caution maybe. Or hope for people in front of him to make a mistake. So we'll ride along with D-Dog in 5th place. Culture's just behind D-Dog. Culture did drop off just a little bit compared to what they were just earlier. So these two running fairly strong. Up ahead, D-Dog is catching up to Reno, but behind him, Culture still lurks. So if these two battle for too long, we could see a double pass by Culture over both of them. Can Lino continue to hold him off as we hit the halfway mark this time by? Go right along with MVP now, who is side by side for the lead as they approach their lap car with Vanquish. Vanquish with the inside line, so you'll look to clear him. Not great by the pace car there. He might have just altered the race a little bit, intentionally or unintentionally. But obviously because of that, Vanquish does lose some ground. MVP, this gives MVP a slight lead. Vanquish is dwindling down the gap. So slightly. That may be all he needs. MVP looking, or sorry, Vanquish looking still right on the back bumper of MVP for the lead. Nose to tail as they come onto the final corner. Will gain. As they come into turn number 1, Vanquish will try to send it in on the outside. We'll cut back now. Doesn't quite gain much. Doing a really good job of pulling him off. As I say that, Vanquish to the inside. But now, BOP will have the inside, but yet again, not the preferred line from turn 3 and 4. Vanquish will go wide. Still side by side as they enter turn number 4. Now we go through turn 5. These two will not give an inch to each other. They're trying to get that first spot all to themselves. Vanquish sends it in deep. It gets a good runoff. He has a sort of a V shape rather into the U shape for entry and exit that MVP has. They both go wide to the same trap, but MVP a little worse than Vanquish. For now, the battle for first place is over. Vanquish will hold it for at least the time being. Whether or not MVP can get it back is only anyone's guess. So far back, there's a battle for 5th place between D-Dog and Culture. Same thing, nose to tail, these two are. One mistake or one slip up is what the other needs to either get away or gain ground on the other. D-Dog has held off Culture for at least the time being. We'll see how deep Culture will want to send it. D-Dog with the exit on chicane. See if he can get the better run down the front stretch. Turns number 1. D-Dog definitely did get the better front stretch, but he might have sent it in just a little too deep into turn number 1. D-Dog is a little loose, but he still is faster than the current on coming into turn number 4. Now into 5. I think Culture's car has the better entry, but D-Dog's car has the better exit is what I think is the tuning difference here. But it seems Culture is getting a lot on entry, but D-Dog gains all that ground back on exit. Oh, but D-Dog with a slip up, that might be what Culture needed. And look to the outside now. Even if he were vanquished it just a couple laps ago. Can't quite, but he's still right there. Here's where D-Dog's car might shine a little bit. That exit, and maybe that top end is what D-Dog's car is more lenient towards. If we're trying to send it in as deep as he can into the chicane, try and gain as much ground as possible to D-Dog. Still knows the tail. After completing fastest lap by Vanquish. The lap time. Vanquish with the 1:57.499. Still not quite the fastest lap we've seen tonight. It's the second fastest. Fastest was set by Vanquish in practice at a 1:57.3. Going through turns number 2 and 3. Still knows the tail. These two are. Going to turn number 4 now and 5. that's the difference between these cars, is that Cultures is a lot better on entry, but D-Dogs is a lot better on exit. Saying that. Oh, D-Dog very loose, but he can still keep it going, and he doesn't lose a lot of ground. Great work by D-Dog to keep that car straight. Here we go. Ultra, if he's going to make the move, here's where he's going to make it. He'll send it in. Doesn't quite get to there, though. Won't have enough momentum, unfortunately. You know, just got enough room between him and Ultra before those chicanes. Racer in 8th. Again, another driver who's just trying to line down those laps. Currently nobody really around him. Sort of by himself in 8th place. He has a top 10. At least for now in the bag, as we're about to hit 30 laps. So only 20 to go. Or 21 to go. Back with Panda in 9th now. There's a little bit of distance between him and Edwards, but not a huge one. Field is relatively spread out for the time being. That's really first and second. Which MVP has retaken over first for Tyson. I do believe. Yes, Vanquish has pitted, Reno has pitted. So pit cycles are starting to go through, so we'll go back to 4th place. Reno, who's pitted. Cars will go past him, so we'll see. Will Cam come in? Cam is coming in. Behind him, 8th cart. Cart's gonna keep going through. We'll check with Panda. Will Panda come in? Panda will come in. Behind him, Edwards will come in along with Oracle. Oh, Edwards overshoots pit lane. Overshot pit lane. Very unfortunate. He'll have to go around once more. But we have one behind him that motor. That's Smokey in 12th who came into pit. But while these two battle, these two do get closer. Let's see. Nathan right there. And again, Tyson only one out of those top three that were fighting earlier to not have a win. The other two have 2 wins, with MVP being the only driver so far this season to go back-to-back. Vanquish with the new fastest lap, 157.381. That is still not quite, very close to the fastest lap of this entire race. By entire race, I mean practice, qualifying, and the race itself. Another car coming into pit lane. That's 9th place Cam. He came, oh never mind, sorry. That's Edwards in 9th place, sorry. He'll come into pit. While the field's spread out like this, he will go to crank it up this time by. crank it up. After 3 laps, there has been a lead change after Tyson and MVP pitted. Vanquish capitalized on his pit strategy. And we'll show you the lead in the bottom left. That's the lead between first and second. Fairly big lead, but there's more than enough time to catch up. We're on lap number 35 out of 51. So we're almost down to 10 to go. We're right along with 5th place now, D-Dog. As he dives down to the pit lane, this will give the opportunity for Coulter to pick up a top 5. Coulter now moving to the top 5. Up ahead we see Reno in 4th. He's had that spot for pretty much the entire night. For this entire race for the most part. His high so far was 2nd Reno. Off the restart on lap number 16. He started in the first row on 2nd place. Leading up once again. As MVP has spun and wrecked. This may lead to the second caution of the night. He was running 2nd place at the time. I don't know if it was off his own accord or he might have had some help from Tyson. I don't quite know. And I cannot tell you either way. But what I can tell you is he does have significant damage to his car. As Vegas comes around, yes, he will. There will be another caution, 2nd caution of the night, lap number 36. Caution will come out for one of the top 3. MVP, who was running 2nd at the time. So we'll see the races to the line. He's going to try and limp it to the line, but he will not have mandatory pace speed, so if I were him, I would have just came in, anyways, up, right off the bumper of the pace car. You can see it, you can hear the engine, it's not sounding the greatest. Top 2 have practically come to a stop to wait for the entire field to catch up. Obviously, a 3.2 mile track. But remember, some cars are getting their laps back. So everyone's going to be at a crawl until everyone is caught back up. And then we will keep going. Car should restart on lap number 38 after. We'll go around once for not only lap cars, but for any cars that want to come in and get fresh tires and more fuel. That is obviously an option. The pit lane will be open this time by, but it's a while until we get there. now it's been about a 3-car race for the lead between Tyson, MVP, and Vanquish, but recently, this caution just came out for one of those three, being MVP, so he will have to pit, and he'll probably fall back to the tail end of the field, I would imagine, so he'll have to fight his way back up with just under 15 to go. To the chicanes. It will be open this time by. And we'll see who takes and who doesn't. Vanquish, Tyson, MVP, top 3. Everyone comes in and Vanquish misses it. This will cause a stack up for sure. Yep, there it is. Massive stack up. This will definitely harm not only Vanquish, but multiple drivers, multiple cars. But that has just shaken a lot up. We'll see where everyone comes out at. D-Dog, the only car to opt out of the pit. So he will start in first place off this restart. So let's see what happens here. A lot of drivers affected. That is for sure. This car has picked up Tyson, but obviously D-Dog is the leader, but he does need to slow down. Count, though, he is trying to coast as much as possible. Trying to save that little bit of fuel. That was Oracle. Let's call back up to D-Dog. Only car to stay out, I believe. To stay out. So D-Dog will start first for this restart. And Tyson will start to his outside. We're just missing one car, which I do believe is Smokey. Number 13. I do think we will still go this time by. D-Dog has control of the field right about now and is free to go at any point he decides. And he goes now. Green flag out for the second time. D-Dog's with that inside. 3 wide, almost 4 wide road. 4 wide there for the second. Through turn number 1. Bakers has a lot of ground to catch up on Tyson along with MVP. after the mishap in pit lane and MVP spin, and then I think Collective and Baker's mishap at pit lane. Tyson just needs to hold him off for a grand total of 12 laps. Well, actually 13 laps, sorry. 3 wide as we come to turn number 5. We're going the back up in the pack with actually Culture in 6th place. Just behind Vanquish. They're locking up. A lot of tapping. Cam almost goes around. A little more tapping. A lot of cars almost around. The car is around, gets slowed. They'll keep it straight, but a lot of cars slowed through that. It all started with MVP getting to the back of Vanquish, which got in the back of Cam and stacked everyone up in a domino effect. Like we said, you can extend it as wide as you want, but it may not help you, as we just seen right there. Along with Vanquish in 3rd now. He's made a fine way through the pack. Reno's right behind him. So what Reno does, a little bit of bumper to him. Around the final corner, Vanquish will be looking to try and take over D-Dog this time by. Tyson has the lead right now. Like we said, now he just has to hold it for 12 more laps. 12 more laps and Tyson may get his first win. Vanquish sends it in real deep. Tries to make it stick. He will make it stick. That's the move MVP tried earlier in this race, but the difference was Vanquish did make it stick. He'll pass the dog for 2nd. Behind him, MVP moves up into 4th. They're catching very quickly on Tyson. Big gap, but he needs to continue making perfect laps to make sure that Vanquish can't catch him. Just 38 miles left, just under 38 miles left in the race. Probably closer to about 35 now. 35 miles, that's all Tyson needs. The Vanquish setting fast lap after fast lap. His most recent set the new fastest lap at a 1:57.371. Right along with D-Dog in 4th. Sort of in the thick of things right now. He's in between a lot of the drivers. Car back behind Reno and Cam. Or just a couple car lengths from each other. Cam sends it in. Great move by Cam to get right to the bumper of Reno. And now we have a race on our hands for 5th place. We'll go farther back and we'll find even more battles in 9th place with Cart. Back up with Reno in 5th. He's almost side by side with Cam right now for 5th. Cam with diving in on the inside. He'll make a clean pass on the inside, clearing Reno. Now Reno has another problem of culture right behind him in 7th. As we hit 11 to go. Oh, Cam goes wide, gets really loose, has opened up the door again for Reno. Reno and maybe Culture. Not quite Culture, but Culture will get side by side. Oh, not quite side by side with him. Three-man race now for 5th place. Oh, these guys desperately want this 5th place. Cam and Reno side by side. Culture just sort of waiting there, trying to see what we'll do. Reno goes wide. This one will go for Cam. Culture's boxing. He can't quite make a move into the chicanes. Contact between the two. More contact. This may become a 4-car race for 5th place. Cam's still with 5th place after that incident. Reno 6th. Culture 7th. And just behind them is Panda in 8th. Turn 1, doing practically the same move Cam did just 1 lap ago to Reno. Almost identical moves. It's time to go left in the race at Nürburgring. Look up ahead as there's a battle for 1st place between Tyson and Vanquish. Vanquish does clear Tyson, at least for the time being. We'll see if Tyson has anything for him. With 10 to go, Vanquish is looking to go back-to-back weeks. Trying to just get something to try and catch Vanquish. We'll see if we can catch him through the chicane, maybe. Does have a pretty good chicane, and he does gain about 20 feet on him, or about 1 car length. There Vanquish goes. Vanquish now holds 1st place, coming to 9 to go. Back with Culture in 6th. It's right on the bumper of Panda after Panda has passed him. Going to turn number 1. Gonna try to switch back, but he can't quite make it. But so he look to the inside, also can't quite get there either. They're just trying to get something working to try and pass Panda, waiting for either Panda to make a mistake or Panda to go wide or anything, really. One little slip-up is all it will take here at this close. They both go through the grass. That could have been what Culture was looking for, but unfortunately he followed Panda right through it. Inside of Panda now, forcing Panda outside. Panda will still keep clear. Also still looking. There is no closer battle between on the track than between these 2 cars right here. Back, they can't quite make it work. I think he'll try and make his move in the chicanes. Trying to defend it. Nope. Culture can't quite get enough. That was very questionable. That chicane for Panda. But all 4 tires clearly onto the grass. Because of this fighting, this is giving Kart Racer a chance to catch up now. Walker will send it on the inside. He'll actually opt out of it though now. Walker. If they continue fighting like this, 9th place Edwards might get involved as well. Oh, up ahead there might have been a wreck or a caution. Caution has to actually come out. I believe it would be whoever is back there, and that is Cam in 11th. Second time Cam has been involved in a caution tonight, and that brings out the 3rd caution on lap number 43. Luckily for him, no damage done to his car. Or Oracles for that matter, by the looks of it. So these are the 2 cars involved. Bring out the caution on lap number 43. Both very lucky to get out with damage. I think we're still with the lead, and we're going to be starting back up on lap number 45, so just under 5 to go, which will mean this will be the last caution of the night, regardless of what happens. What, from now on, no cautions can come out. We'll have to go 2 times around, so that means we'll restart on lap number 45. Ham will go, or sorry, Vanquish will go, and while anyone follow the leader in, we got 2 cars going in, Edwards. I believe that is Cart. One more behind those guys as well. Edwards, Cart, Smokey, and Oracle will be the ones to go in. So this time the field will be roughly split in half. And about 2 more cars stayed out than went in. So now, yet again, top 3 are Tyson, MVP, and D-Dog. We'll be restarting with just 6 to go in this race. Vanquish has set a new fastest lap, and a new fastest lap of the night at 1:57.371, so 0.06 seconds faster than his last, and that will be just enough to take it. Heading down to the laps. Most of the people that we thought tonight, so we're going to be potential winners of this race, have been up front all night. MVP, Tyson, and of course Vanquish. MVP looking to keep as the only driver to have won multiple races, and the only driver to have won more than 1 in a row, aka 2 in a row. Tyson's looking to take his first win of the season so far. And as for Vanquish, he's looking to go 2 in a row, which would be the second driver and the only other driver besides MVP to have more than 1 win and have 2 in a row. D-Dog behind them in 3rd place is also looking for his first win this season. behind them in 4th. Reno's looking to be the second driver to have multiple wins. Obviously, he won Daytona the first race of the season, and he's been fairly quiet since. And is also looking for his first win, who's back in 5th place. He's also looking for his first win of the season. That's the majority of the field. Majority of the field still is looking for their first win of the season, of the 2022-2023 season. The chicane and final corner. He's waiting to take the green flag off the start of MVP. MVP now has control of the field. Teammate Tyson has control of the field. He may go whenever he wants, and he chooses to go now. Green flag back out for the 4th time tonight. Just 5 or 6 to go left in the race. In turn number 1, we'll see what happens. It'll be a no-hold race for the rest of it. Oh, MVP 4 wide. He gets the worst of it though. D-Dog managed to go to the lead. Vanquish and Reno tap. Vanquish goes wide. MVP sends it in to 3rd place. Remember, only top 3 get playoff points, and every playoff point counts. Moving to 5th place on the inside of Carter. Oh, Smokey goes wide. He's off track. D-Dog has to hold off 5 very hungry cars behind him. Holding off Tyson, MVP, Culture, Vanquish, and Cart. All have a reason to win this race. Tyson has done around him now. Tyson now takes the lead. Culture with a great move. Almost gets a double takeover. D-Dog trying to hold on to as many positions as he physically can. He has 300 cars right on his bumper. There are 3 cars that we thought would do very well tonight, and they're proving us right so far. Going to the chicanes, it looks like MVP will pass D-Dog. The D-Dog will not allow Vanquish to pass, as of yet. As I say that, Vanquish will now make a move to the inside. A little bit of contact between D-Dog and Vanquish there, for much though. Culture the only one behind D-Dog still. Ahead Tyson will now take us to 5 to go left in the race. Just over 15 miles left in the race. This one may be another nail-biter of a race. We've seen it multiple times in all sorts of tracks. Tyson, I'm sure, is looking at his mirror and running wide. Knowing that MVP and Vanquish are fighting each other means that he has a much longer time period. Because these two are fighting each other, this means they're blocking or making rough and rash decisions, which also has an increase of accidents, as well as is making them slower. Now, side by side, as they come into turn number 8. Vanquish trying to use that high side that we've seen him use that move before. And you clear MVP. Now Tyson has to hold off Vanquish for 5 laps, or MVP could come back from 3rd place. Right now it's about a 3-man race for the win. Not to say that something couldn't happen, but unlikely. D-Dog into the tire wall in the chicanes. He'll lose a lot of ground and it'll cause a stack up. Dive loses a lot of positions from 5th, I believe, all the way down to 9th. We'll move up with 2nd place. Vanquish now. He's trying to challenge Typhon for that lead. He wants to go back to back and be the 2nd driver to do so, and the 2nd driver to have multiple wins on the season. That's right, be the 1st driver to have 3 wins on this season, rather. That's be the 2nd driver to go back-to-back wins. Right on the bumper of Typhon, trying to pressure him into a mistake. If not, I think he might make his move here. He'll take the inside and we'll see if he'll dive it in. Here he goes, on the inside of Typhon. Can he clear Typhon? Yes, he will. Less than 5 to go, and Vanquish will now take the lead, but Typhon dives it in on the inside, a little bit of contact. That makes Typhon lose. They did the reverse effect that Typhon wanted. Now Vanquish looking to run away with it. With 4 to go, coming to 3 to go. To go left in the XRS 160 at turn number 2 and 3 they go. Still, those MVP and Typhon still have a very good shot at winning this. Don't count them out yet. A little deeper into the field at 4th place, Cam. And if he makes a mistake, Culture and Cart will capitalize. Again, we'll go back to these two, that being Culture and Cart. Culture tries to hold off Cart for his top 5. MVP now battling Typhon. The MVP wants a shot at this. He needs to make this battle as short as possible. The more of these two battle, the bigger the gap between Vanquish and MVP will be. Just 2 to go in the XRS 160. He's still having to battle just ever so slightly with Typhon, and it's going to cost him fractions of a second, and those fractions of a second will add up. Like I said, if he wants any hope of winning over Vanquish, he needs to make this battle as short as possible. I think he has finally finished it. Farther back, Culture and Cart. I do believe Cart has made at least a little mistake. Whether he has gone wide or not, because he has lost a lot of ground to Culture in just 1.5 laps. As for Culture, he's gained some ground on Cam and maybe looking to take 4th place over from him if he gets the right opportunity. These two battling very hard for this position. They know what it means for points. Every point matters, and we've seen that in seasons prior. Going back a little farther to D-Dog and 8, we will find a massive train of cars. About 4 as D-Dog makes a move to the inside of Reno. 7th, but Reno with the cutback. He'll retake 7th. D-Dog looking to the inside. Unfortunate ending race for Reno as he was in 4th and 5th place for the majority of this race as we hit 2 to go. The XRS 160 at Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Go up with the leaders now, Vanquish. He looks like he might have this race all but won, as long as he doesn't make a massive mistake. As long as Vanquish doesn't make a mistake or have technical difficulties, this is Vanquish's race to lose. As he comes around turn number 15 and on to the front stretch, he'll be taking the white flag. Oh no! Oh no! Commentator's curse at the worst moment for Vanquish. I may or may not have jinxed it. Vanquish with technical difficulties. Last lap to go, which means MVP will take the white flag. The white flag is out in the XRS 160 at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. MVP looking to go now, getting his 3rd win. As long as he doesn't have technical difficulties or have a massive wreck. The second race that Vanquish looked like he was about to win and was robbed of it to technical difficulties. Well, whether it played in the favor of MVP or not, the commentator's calls did just happen, and unfortunately this time it comes out for Vanquish. Vanquish going through the last couple of corners and down the second last long straight. His only challenge right now is these chicanes. As long as he doesn't mess these up, he will be the winner of this race. He comes down the chicanes for the last time, comes to the last corner for the last time. As he comes out of turn number 15, Vanquish will be the XRS 160 winner as he thrills the pace car. Vanquish will be your 160 XRS winner at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Behind him, we find Typhon in second place and Cam in third. As always, we will bring the top three in for interviews, and if any decline, we of course will let you know. So we will start to get the top three in here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, culture had me driving so hard.
I do think Typhon will decline it, so that means second place will decline their interview. So we'll start with third place, obviously, I believe being Cam, but there was a leaderboard mix-up, so correct me if I'm wrong here. For any drivers that were in the race, but I do believe, Cam, you did finish third. As long as your audio is included.
Yeah, I finished third.
Okay. Just making sure, because it did show that Typhon did finish first, which was not the case. Which was not the case, but obviously third place for you, Cam, tonight. I mean, you were sort of fighting with Panda and Cart and Culture and all of them for a good middle chunk of that race. So, I mean,
Yeah.
how were you able to prevail over that?
Pure talent.
Anything else?
I'm just great at this game. I don't know what you mean. Oh.
Obviously, with the lag out at Vanquish on the last lap, that boosted you to third place, which gave you the third place finish, which also gives you playoff points.
Oh, playoff points.
I mean, how were you able to battle some of the best in the league today?
Alright. So like, I was up in fourth on like the second to last restart. Then I got turned, and then I don't know. I managed to get back up there.
Well, congratulations on the third place tonight. Even if it was an accidental with Vanquish's with poor timing lag out. But yet again, all things considered, congratulations on the top three tonight.
Thank you, Dad.
MVP, you got your audio included?
Daddy. I do now.
Perfect. Well, first of all, congratulations on the win tonight. Obviously, you had to battle with the top three all night, that being Typhon, Vanquish, and yourself. How were you able to stay focused and come out with the win tonight?
He DDoSed Vanquish.
I did not. There was a lot of stuff that was going on that did not need to happen. I will say that. But Vanquish kept making it interesting by jumping to the rear so he could just charge through the field. But his calculated disconnect That's probably the only reason why I was going to win this race, to be honest.
Obviously, you did have a little bit of a rough patch through the beginning and the middle of the race being, well, mostly the middle of the race when you got involved in that wreck. How did you keep your head high and keep going, keep trucking on through?
I'll be honest, I don't know because everyone kept doing crazy stuff. I don't know how I was able to get through.
Yeah.
But that last restart, I almost got dumped.
Yeah. They like 4 wide. It was not pretty.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Obviously, you're the only driver besides Vanquish and the only to have multiple wins.
You
And
beat
obviously,
us.
you have the most wins out of the series now at 3 wins for yourself. So congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck in the future races.
Thank you, sir.
You DDoSed Vanquish, I swear.
With the driver interviews out of the way, the only thing left is to close the broadcast. So we thank you for watching
Did you
tonight.
say anything about me on the stream?
So we thank you for watching tonight. And of course, we hope you enjoyed your stay here. Next week, they will race again once more. So please stay tuned for that. As always, we hope you enjoyed your stay here. And we wish